As we're getting ready to open the way, I love to get the opportunity to put into the atmosphere, before we fully call to order, some of the scents of one of my favorite woods that is grown on the coast of Argentina. Has a beautiful sap inside of it that reminds you of frankincense and myrrh. It is called Palo Santo, holy wood. We'll smudge around the world, around the room. Folks who are at home who want to set the tone, sometimes they light their Palo Santo stick, sometimes they light their candle, they light their incense to start infinity. I'll tell you the secret about Palo Santo. It's got such a sweet scent that it is used to cleanse temples and to cleanse homes and to cleanse spaces all throughout eternity. It is thought to bring blessings and calm in the space. And they do say, at least my teachers used to tell me, that when you smell it, it brings you peace. And if people have a real weird, crazy reaction to it, there's something inside them that needs to be calm. Now, I won't say that. So if you got a reaction, I won't say anything. But we want to speak into the air the good as we send this energy in today. We can keep those doors open until I hit the singing bowl. We're all right. As we prepare our hearts and minds for the opening of the way, we invite you to take a deep breath and exhale, let it all out. Take another deep, cleansing breath. Breathe in. Then an exhale, breathe out. Gonna put our phones on silent, vibrate, tuck them away for a moment. As I do the same. Just moving away from distraction as the melodious music takes us into a space of stillness and silence. Adding to this moment the closing of the eyes, bottom to top, top to bottom. Beginning this gathering as we do with a reverence for the God of your acceptance and understanding. Connecting the dots of history as we launch into a new space this month. The dots of history that tell us that throughout time we have all referred to the God of our acceptance and understanding by different names that are the deification of the culture that we were in at the moment. But when we sit still, when we relax, when we breathe, we enter the recognition that all of these things work together and all of this energy is good. This is the meaning of the opening of the way. It is the leaving behind of everything that we brought with us, that troubled us, that put us into a space of shame or fear, uncertainty. For one thing, we know for sure that in this moment, we are breathing in. we are breathing out. We are alive. As we continue to center ourselves on the breath, every thought, every sound, every supposed distraction, every note of music, every movement of the hair on our skin, every wiggle of the toe simply becomes a part without judgment of our meditative space. We invite it into the breath, and we exhale the things we do not need. As we inhale, we check our bodies and notice where there is tension. Notice where there is the desire to fidget. And on the exhale, we simply release the tension and come back to the stillness. In the stillness, we have found the clarity. And as we have now leaned into the breath, we've leaned into this quiet, still moment. The moment that the world distracts us from taking. We tune that into the light within in this moment. We speak directly to Spirit. God of our weary years, our silent tears, thou who hast brought us all this far throughout the way. You are our Father, you are our Mother, you are our divine source, you are our Creator. And as we rise today, we do give thanks to the Spirit of our beginning. We are alive, we are breathing, we are grateful to be living. And as we move through this day with our purpose in our heart, we do give thanks that a grateful ending begins with a grateful start. And so we start this day in gratitude. We just say, thank you for this gathering. Thank you for the spirits who have showed up today. Thank you for those who are present in their divine presence and their understanding that you are working to get to know yourself all over again through the many emanations of you, and that be us. We are the divine sparks that come together on the hand of humanity to remind us that everything is all right. Through a hug, through a high five, through a word, through a song, through music, through something, through a smile that is shared to remind us that we are still connected by you. Thank you for this awareness today. We are thankful that you are continually present and accessible to us. And thank you throughout all of the distractions that we've had this week. Since the last time we've gathered, we've got an entirely new presidential candidate. People thought the end of the world was here, and now there's new life to the last 100 days. And while we don't choose one way or another formally for people, we do say that it is an awesome demonstration of how just in life you get what you inspect and not what you expect. And so there is new life that is being breathed into people around the world. There is new hope that is being claimed. There is a new moment for growth and expansion, and we are grateful to be alive in this era, to witness it, to participate in it, to usher in the change. We give thanks and energy to the Taylor family as they memorialized Brother William Bill Taylor on yesterday. To hear the pouring of libations, to see the community in Milwaukee come together around this creative, this a reporter, this anchor, this family man, this creator of Positively Milwaukee, to his entire family. Thank you for sharing him with the world. And to Mother Daphne, to Sister Akua, to Quao, to all of the siblings down there in Mobile and Brooklyn and Atlanta, wherever you may be, trust and know that the Infinity Fellowship is with you. We send our energies to the Olatunji village in Beaufort, South Carolina today. The transition there of their chief and their Oba. The Oba knows that there was some tragedy there. Tragedy in an argumentative space where his own sister stabbed him in his home. That sent ripples through South Carolina. We know that when these things happen, it is on us to begin to have these deeper conversations, oh God, about the state of mental health and the state of community and the state of rage and the state of being knocked off center and those things that we have to grapple with in our own mind. Release us from the judgment space and put us in a space of healing. And so we send love to that community down in South Carolina. We send love to the family of Sister Sonia Massey. And many of us had to be re-traumatized again so that we can understand the importance of not playing around when it's time for police reform. That it is our responsibility to change the nature of how human beings are treating other people. And so we proclaim in this space today that we recognize that we have the capacity to change, that new faces will go into these systems, that new people will go into these governments, that new people will be birthed in these streets of activism, that new voices will lead us to a day of victory where all will be recognized as spirits navigating this human experience, and that every life is valued. And so it is good today that we are gathered. It is good today that we open our hearts. It is good today that the blessings will be upon the voices of infinity and Lady Kenitha and Brother Tehran today as they usher us into spiritual spaces, that spirit will be on Brother Daniel and Brother Elijah and Brother Tony as they hold it down in our tech space, that spirit will be upon Brother Treese and Sister Angie and our sanctuary engineering, and yes, that the word and the download will continue to flow, but more importantly, that community will continue to be here for one another. From the space here to the infinite life stream, may this love vibration continue to keep us all in the recognition that we are going somewhere together, somewhere that always leads us continually to you. We speak that the spark of divinity will shine today as we launch this new series, The New Prophets. How shall we move through the world, and how shall we lead? These answers come today. It is for these and other blessings that we cannot put into words. We simply say we are grateful, and so it is. We breathe in together, and we exhale and let it all go with proclamation. And so it is. Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. It is done. Come on in the room, yeah. We love it when the flow is there. It's time for the pouring of our libations, y'all. Y'all, as we get ready to pour our libations today, it's a moment where we recognize the spirits of those who have gone before. And I'm so excited when we have our rush come in because, I get to see faces I hadn't seen in a few weeks. I saw a little baby back there. I'm about to go off and jump in, that newest little returned ancestor. So many things I know that y'all don't look back there yet. We're going to get to that. Everybody's going to get a chance. And I proclaim in the spirit of executive leadership, priesthood, ministry, babadom and fatherdom, that as that blessing comes upon the child, that we also practice love and common sense. Don't get in that baby's face. I almost took a sip of the libation water on that. Spirit was going to do that. Y'all mamas know what I say. Y'all mamas know about that. So we send light hands to that baby. We speak over them till that baby can get up out of that carriage and run to us and give us a hug on its own. Amen. Ashe. Ashe. All right. As we prepare for our libations today, we want to recognize that we stand on the shoulders of those who came before. It's an opportunity for us to pause. And as we pour this water, it represents the living into the earth. It represents what happens to these physical earth shells, these earth suits, as I call them, when we no longer need them. There will be a time, trust me, when your body's not going to be able to hold this powerful soul that is inside it. So I want y'all to enjoy this soul. Live every day you can in this body. Enjoy it, take care of it, because one day it's going to move on into the cycle of creation. You're going to move on too, into a space of life after life. And that's the beauty of it. We acknowledge, though, the names of those who have come before, and we use the word ashe. Ashe? Ashe is a proclamation of and so it is. It is also a definition of spirit, of breath, of divine essence. And when we say it together, we speak a commandment and proclamation into the atmosphere. It is Amen, Ahotep, Aho. It is all in one essence. And we proclaim that we are recognizing what is truly true. That these little things that we call bodies, that come in different sizes and shapes and colors, human beings have these constructs that we create and say which one is better or worse. All of that is nonsense. What is true is that the spirit in me sees the spirit in you. And when I love the spirit in me, I see the spirit in you. And we've carried that with us through times. Those of us who came up in the church tradition, we would say the Jesus in me sees the Jesus in you. And it's so easy to love. That's if you love yourself. Of course, because you love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, well, that's something we talk about later on today. We're going to get you to that space. But as we pour our libations today, we want to send a libation into the space before we go to the altar for some very particular names, to the spirit of Sister Sonia Massey. Ashe. Sonia Massey has just been trending on social media. She was the mother who was cooking in her home and thought there was an intruder, called the police, was very calm there, said, baby, let me go put this pot of water to the side. And the policeman came in with a bad attitude. I don't know any other way to say it. A low vibration, threatening to shoot her for no reason. And she calmly and very calmly said what grandmamas have been saying here in America for at least the last 200-300 years. She said, baby, I rebuke that spirit in the name of Jesus. And she said that calmly, moved the pot, and that did not stop this human being from shooting her and sending her to the next world. But we recognize that when we speak out against injustice, when we stand and we flood these streets, when we flood these state houses, when we flood these polls, we will make that change, so that Sonia Massey and people like her will not transition in vain. It's when we don't do something that it's in vain. So we don't weep as those who have no hope. We understand that this activates us. Anger is a vibration that moves us from apathy toward the space of change. And so we speak her name in that way. Of course, to Brother William Bill Taylor, Ashe. Such a wonderful memorial service online yesterday in Milwaukee. at the African History Museum, and to see the love that he shared with this world and traveled around the world and did stories on people, was a reporter, was a father, family man, who just influenced generations to come. And as we pour this libation, not just for the Taylor family and their clan, but to their ancestors going all the way back, recognizing that as a community, we embrace people during these times and let them know that they're not alone. Mother Daphne, talked to her this morning. We know she's watching today with her family down in Mobile, Alabama. Baby, we love you, Mama. And we love the tradition that your family has given to the world creatively. Didn't know the brother played violin like that. I said, wow, these gifts are in here. To the chief of the Olatunji village, Oba Adejuigbe Adefumi II, Ashe. That energy in there at 47 years old, I believe. His father was the previous chief. But again, a conflict with his sister that exploded into a domestic violence institute. And the village down there in Beaufort, South Carolina has asked for privacy, but this is just a devastating thing to happen. I say this, I've seen family conflicts, and sometimes the toughest thing to deal with is family, y'all. So while we stand not in a space of judgment, we recognize that this is a moment that we check ourselves and how we interact with family today. Not just family by blood, but family by loyalty. Because sometimes family is DNA, and sometimes family is what we choose. So always love on each other a little bit deeper, a little bit kinder. Ashe? Ashe. All right. As we pour today, we pour the cool water. Omitutu is what they call it in the Yoruba language. Cool water freshen our spirits. Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this space for spiritual work. Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors and their memory all together. Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father, God, Divine Source, and all of creation. Ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity. Ashe. We pour to the energies in the direction of the north, that we may be present and be a yes today in every way. Ashe. To the energy of the south, that we will recognize who we are and whose we are and act like we know it when we walk into the world. Ashe. To the energy of the east, where the sun rises, and it rose today. It was hot this morning. It was hotter than I thought it was going to be. But the sun got up and said, listen, I don't care what happened last night. It's a brand new day. And when we recognize that, we don't live in the past. More on that later. Ashe. The going down of the sun on the western horizon, recognizing that in the darkness, there's still light provided to us. And just as cosmically, that is the moon and the stars, it might be a friend who calls you in a time of need. It might be somebody who stops you on the street when you're in a downward spiral and says something that awakens you and keeps you from acting a fool in your own mind. Whatever it is, when you're in dark spaces, may there always be light that appears. Ashe. From those four cardinal directions, we move to the ground below us, recognizes that we are rooted. And as we are rooted in who we are and whose we are, the storm may come, but it is always better to bend than it is to break. Ashe. To the sky above us, the understanding that we have a blank landscape. And if we look around this room, the greatest number of things is not the boards on the floor, not the pictures on the wall, not the chairs or the heads in the hair. It is the open space in between. And from that open space, everything else can emerge. That is the lesson we learn from looking above to the sky. Ashe. And finally, to the seventh direction where all roads come together, the heart. We always say, may your heart be as light as a feather. May you work on forgiveness of yourself and others. May you always walk in a space of balance, because it is the intersection, the Anjali. It is the chakra of energy that emanates light and purpose. Ashe. And so in this moment, we ask that you remember those who came before. You can speak their names aloud. You can whisper them. You can think them in your mind. If you're online, you can type them in the chat. At this moment, as we pour the rest of the water, let us remember the names of those we want to recognize and honor. Ashe. Edward H. Carr, Thomas Gussie Hayes, Queen Mother Catherine Carr, Queen Mother Bernice Brunson, Mother Dorothy Smith, Queen Mother Melba Sewell, Queen Mother Zulia Ursary, Queen For the children in the womb, in the world, and yet unborn. Ashe, 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 oh! So it is done. I think we got Brother Andrew here. I'm gonna call him up if he's feeling the flow. I had your back up too, so we want to bring you on up if you're ready for it. You're going to do that for us. Y'all give him some snaps for our statement of finitude.
Hey, everybody. I'm emotional today. Everybody's like, no, dude, you're emotional every day. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. I'm going to tell a real quick story that's really long. I'm not sure what that means. Several years ago. Quick story that, if you hear the whole story, it'll take a little while. But I don't know what many years ago it was when Mike Brown was murdered in Ferguson, but I went to Ferguson to march with the NAACP to the capital of Missouri. And about halfway through, we survived a very intense, very scary segment of the march. And that night, we had already scheduled back at the AME we were staying at in St. Louis a ceremony. And I'm not a religious, well, now I am, but I was not a religious person at that time. And I was like, I mostly skipped those things. I was there to work and to just help out. You know what I mean? I was like, I'll go after this intense thing. And it was a foot washing ceremony. And I was like, just sitting there. And they were like, sir, for your foot. I was like, you mean you're gonna wash my feet? That's a bad idea. But so I got up there, and the president of the NAACP, Cornell William Brooks, if you don't know who that guy is, you should look him up. We need to have him here eventually. He started washing my feet, and I just burst into tears, like just crazy. And I'm like shaking right now. And I was like, I have to find a community that's something like this. I have to, or I'm not gonna survive. And I came back, I looked around, I wasn't living here. I came back to move here. I moved back to here, and I went to Poetry and Pancakes, if y'all know what that is. Marilyn Nelson, was the poet. And I remember I sat down next to her, and she somehow knew who I was and knew about what was up. And she spoke some very kind words to me, and I was just like, okay. And then I went out to get some pancakes, and there were these two people talking about Pearl Cone next to me, and I was like, oh yeah, y'all must be locals. And it was Kenitha and it was Jeff. We started talking, and they said, well, what do you do? I said, well, I do a lot of things. I'm a poet. I said, what do y'all do? They said, we run the Infinity Fellowship. And I said, like everybody does. Well, what's a fellowship? And Jeff sort of went like this. And I think he was like, I'm going to say it. And he looked at me, he goes, it's for church. It's church for people who don't like church. And he said, just wear what you're wearing and come tomorrow. So I got up the next morning, put on exactly the same clothes. I'm not kidding. And I came in, and I found the community that I needed. And I needed y'all today. And I'm just so grateful and thankful that y'all let me be part of this community. And I'm even given a job every time. So here we are. Are we ready for the statement of infinitude? Okay. Greetings. I'm Andrew McFadgen-Ketchum, and I am pleased today to remind you of the 4 core principles of our inner spiritual gathering. We call it SNAP. The S is for spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N is for nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. This story is so applicable, it's crazy. The A is for action, because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every day. Finally, the P is for the proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. I'm telling you, after that story, literally all this happened. Like the family I have, I did not have it before. We are grateful you are all here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many names, yet known by only one energy. This is the foundational practice of true inner spirituality, where all are affirmed in love energy. I invite you all at home and in the space today to stand with me at this time and join me in speaking aloud our statement of infinitude. We agree that we are beings of pure, eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind, an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it, because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at infinity. Agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It's the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever, beloved community. Let it be so, according to the many ancient terms of affirmation. Amen. Amen. Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. All right, everybody.
All right. Let's remain standing, y'all. Give him some snaps for Brother Andrew. Yes, yes, yes. As we get ready to sing a little bit. Yes, yes, yes. Peace, peace. Peace, peace, wonderful peace.
That would be the track.
Yes, indeed. We're going to come with it. Daniel's putting that in place. So let's get a little sway on, get our groove on. Want to say hey to our Infinite Life streamers coming in the chat there. We're seeing some good faces come on in the place. Today is the day that the God of your acceptance and understanding has made. It's a wonderful day to rejoice and be glad in it. Recognizing that we get to speak things into existence in a powerful way. This is how we speak peace into our lives. Peace, love, and joy. We're going to crank it up. Words are on the screen. Peace. Peace, peace, wonderful peace.
Wonderful peace.
Enter my heart.
Enter my
and
heart
bring healing.
And bring healing to me.
Oh, peace.
Oh, peace.
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 Everlasting peace.
Everlasting peace.
Let my peace
my
shine bright.
Peace shine bright.
So the world can see.
The world
All right, Lady
can
Kenita,
see.
what we got?
Love, 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 wonderful love. Enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, love, love, everlasting love. Let my love shine bright so the world can see some joy, 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 wonderful joy. Enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, joy, joy, everlasting joy. Let my joy shine bright so the world can see some more peace, 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 wonderful peace. Enter my heart and bring healing to me. Oh, peace, peace, everlasting peace. Let my my love, let my love shine bright. So the world, let my joy shine bright. So the world, and let my peace shine bright. So the world can see.
All right, let's generate some gratitude in the space. Y'all give it up. Give a round of applause if you're happy to be here today. If you went through something this week that was a little troubling, but you made it through anyway, give it some, come on. If you got some gratitude for where you are in the world, give it up right now. So we're going to share this gratitude, y'all. We're just going to say hello. We're going to say good morning. We're going to say grand rising. We're going to say good awakening. We say amazing things. Whatever it is, say it with good intent. But we're going to sing a little song. And we're going to say that. And once we sing a verse or two of it, a stanza of it, we're going to go around and you're going to find 3 people and you're going to introduce yourself. Find somebody you hadn't seen in a while or you never seen before. Give them your name. And then tell them one thing you're grateful for. That's how we're going to rock it. Oh, man. Y'all, get that snap on, y'all. We're going to act like we're in a speakeasy in the 50s. Yeah. We're going to get a little jazz on it. Yeah, come on. What we got, Lady Candiza?
A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say a da 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 a da 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 da
Y'all some jazz singers in here.
a da 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 da. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you.
All right, let's go. Everybody, go grab somebody. Say hello. We're going to keep the music going for you.
Good morning to you.
If you're online, type something that you're grateful for.
Good morning to you.
All my
A
online
good
folks.
morning to you.
Tell us what you got
A good
online, folks.
morning to you.
Come on.
A good morning to you. Good morning.
Give me one thing that you're grateful for online.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hey, good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I know online y'all are typing in all the things that you are grateful for. I'm grateful that we're here together on another Sunday. Hey, 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 hey. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da da da. Da 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 da. Good morning, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Good morning to you. 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 Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. 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 Woo! All right, y'all. Sunday morning, first Sunday. We're going to go on a little journey. This week, it was a lot around balance for me. I don't know if it was for anybody else, but it was a lot surrounding around balance and understanding the pros and the cons to it, and embracing the highs and the lows, because they all are needed to make things happen. So let's go on a musical journey. Is that all right? I need y'all to snap with me, move, if you want to move a little bit, if you know the song, go on and sing. I got my singers in here. I got tons of singers in here. More coming soon. Voices of Infinity. Yes. Yes. So let's go. Usually we think of the Isley Brothers because usually we know them for love music, but they used to also give us a little message music as well. Hey, can I get everybody to snap like this? All babies together, everyone a seed. Half of us are satisfied, half of us in need. Love's bountiful in us, tarnished by our greed. Oh, when will there be a harvest for the world? Yeah, yeah. Listen, a nation planted, so concerned with gain. As the seasons come and go, greater grows the pain, and far too many feeling the strain. Oh, when will there be a harvest for the world? Yeah. Gather every man, gather every woman, celebrate your lives. Give thanks for our children. Gather everyone. Gather all together. Overlooking none. Hoping life gets better for the world. Yeah, yeah. A little hope into this world. A little hope into this world. Got another verse. Dress me up for battle when all I want is peace. Those of us who pay the price come home with the least, and nation after nation turning into beast. Oh, when will there be a harvest for the world? I wanna know, I said, when will there be, hey, oh, when will there be a harvest for the world? Harvest for the world. But I got an answer for that. I think we have an answer for that. Harvest for the world. Harvest for the world. Yeah. I got a little answer for this one. Because there is a harvest for the world. There's something about some hope, y'all. I said balance, right? It's about the balance. It's about the balance, y'all. Taking y'all somewhere. I know, India, you're watching this right now, and I know I'm not going to do complete justice to your song, but we invite you to come to Infinity Fellowship and sing this very song yourself, because I feel you in the atmosphere. India Ari, I'm just calling out to you. Come on. Speaking it, you got to speak it into existence, don't you? Back when I was a little, I thought that I needed a lot. A little was overrated, but a lot was a little too complicated. See, zero didn't satisfy me. A million didn't make me happy. That's when I learned a lesson, that it's all about your perception. Hey, are you a popper or a superstar? So you act, so you feel, so you are. It ain't about the size of your car, it's about the size of the faith in your heart. Hey, doesn't cost a thing to smile. It doesn't cost pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Come on, I need some snaps so we can have rhythm. There's hope. It doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Okay, verse. Off in the back country of Brazil, I met a young brother that made me feel that I could accomplish anything. You see, just like me, he wanted to sing. He had no windows and no doors. He lived a simple life and was extremely poor. On top of all that, he had no eyesight, but that didn't keep him from seeing the light. He said, "What's it like in the USA?" And all I did was complain. He said, "Living here is paradise." He taught me paradise is in your mind. You know that there's, it doesn't cost a thing to smile. Come on, y'all. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. There's the answer. Hey, there's hope. Doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Every time I turn on the TV, somebody's acting crazy. You let it, it'll drive you crazy. But I'm taking back my power today. Gas keepers, they just keep on rising. The government, they keep on lying. But we gotta keep on surviving. Keep living our truth and do the best we can do. 'Cause there's hope. Doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. I don't care how things are going. There's hope. It doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Come on, let's snap again. Here we go. There's 1, 2, 1, 2, a 2, 2. A 1, 2, a 2, a 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, a 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, a 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, a 2, 2. A 1, 2, 2, a 2, 2. A 1, 2, 2, a 2, 2. Come on, let's do it again. Hey, there's hope. Don't have to explain. Couldn't get my words out. Hey, you don't have to pay to laugh. You'd better thank God for that. Hey, there's hope. Doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Yes, y'all. Mm-hmm. We're going on a journey, right? It's all about the balance. This song, y'all, I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Tyron Hamilton on his piano keys. Playing. Reggie's on tour. The Wooten brothers are doing their thing. We love you, Reggie. I need them snaps again. Remember when you first found love, how you felt so good. The kind that lasts forevermore, so you thought it would. Suddenly the things you see got you hurt so bad, so bad. How come the things that make us happy make us sad? Well, it seems that joy and pain are like sunshine and rain. Joy, hey, and pain are like sunshine and rain. Love can be bitter. Love can be sweet. Sometimes devotion and sometimes deceit. The ones that you care for give you so much pain, oh, but it's all right. They're both one in the same. Woo! Balance, one and the same. Here we go. Don't it seem we go through life going up and down? Seems the things that turn you on turn you around, like those dreams you got, visions. Always hurting each other. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Come on, y'all. But when the world is down on you, love somewhere around. So I want you to know that joy and pain are like sunshine and rain. Listen to me. Joy woo, and pain are like sunshine and rain. Over and over, you can be sure there will be sorrow, but you will endure, yeah. When there's a flower, there's the sun and the rain, oh, and it's wonderful. They're both one in the same. Both one and the same. Joy and pain, sunshine and rain. Come on and play, Ty. Come on, let's give them some rhythm. Sounds good. And I want you to know that, come on, y'all, joy and pain are like sunshine and rain, yeah. Joy, hey, and pain are like sunshine, sunshine, hey. Oh, joy and rain are like sunshine and rain. Listen to me, joy, hey, and pain are like sunshine. Come on, keep it going.
And pain, sunshine and rain, and pain I like sunshine and rain, joy and pain. I like sunshine and rain, and pain. I like sunshine and rain, joy and rain. I like sunshine and rain, joy and pain. I like sunshine and rain. Give
it up for Terrence, y'all.
You're so funny.
Joy and pain I like sunshine and rain. Joy and pain I like sunshine and rain. I said joy and pain I like sunshine and rain. Joy and pain I like sunshine and rain. Joy and pain I like sunshine and rain. Joy and pain I like sunshine and rain.
Give it up for Miss Carmen. Hey! Sunshine and rain. It's all both in the same. Joy, come on, and pain. I like sunshine and rain and rain. Listen to me, joy. Oh, joy and pain are like sunshine, oh, and rain. Listen to me, I said joy and pain are like sunshine and rain. Balance, balance, balance. Yes, give it up for Brother Terrence. Give it up for Sister Carmen. I know I got other voices, honey. Yes.
One more time for Lady Kenitha Carr, Brother Teron Hamilton. Oh, yeah, we got it in here today. Yeah, look, y'all ain't off the hook. Y'all ain't just going to sing from the crowd. We got 10th anniversary coming up. We got all kind of voices to pull up in this space today. Whew, joy and pain, joy and pain. All right, so speaking of joy and pain, it's time for offering. Hey, look, now, depending on how you are a giver, you decided whether that was joy or pain. Hopefully it was all joy, right? But if people said, oh, it's the pain part, then guess what? We're going to change the way you think about. We're going to bring about the balance. The pain comes, and I'm telling you as a living testimony, the pain comes when you are given in a space of lack. So when you see giving as pain, that's why you're experiencing more pain, because the universe is responding to you feeling as if you're lacking. And so you get an abundance of just lack. But when you recognize that as you give, it just continues to flow. Our saying this year is, I give, I get, I got it good. This is divine reciprocity. And the way we do it as a community is during giving time. This is when we give of our tithes, we give of our offering, we give of what is on our heart to give, to sustain this beautiful space, to continue to grow in our program and what we put into the world, and to continue to be a light, because this world right now needs more light. This world right now needs more light, and that light is amplified by the work that we do here. Now, we know there was a change in the presidential politics that was referenced during prayer. We know that things changed, but let me tell you how powerfully things changed. Because people got excited, in 1 week, people in the United States in various groups raised $300 million. $300 million. $300 million that's going to go into messaging to sway you to vote for somebody one way or the other. And that's just $300 million on top of the other $250 million that was already sitting in the bank. So you got $600 million. It's going to be $2 to $3 billion spent just to get you to go vote. And depending on who you vote for, how you vote for, how active you are, you may not see immediate fruit from that. We want you to vote in a way that's going to empower you, but it's still going to be up to us. So I figure if you can raise $2 billion to convince people to vote, how much can we pour into a space that provides us with spiritual food that lets us navigate all that insanity? Lord, right now. So as you are working through your Cash App, through your PayPal, through your checkbook, through your document that says you're going to go get a money order, how sweet it is. I'm always, when we open the mailbox and we have a money order, that is like the most meaningful thing ever. Everybody's gift is valuable, but when you stand in the post office to deliver some cards and there's a lady in front of you who is saying, how much is a money order? And she's talking about, when I first started getting them, they were 50 cents, or they gave them to you for free at the post office. And she would talk about that. So when I think about that, when I get that, when that comes in the mail to pour into this fellowship, I think somebody got in their car and consciously drove down to a post office or a Western Union to get something to pour back into a space, because it provided them with a space of knowing that they are loved and not judged. What a gift. So as we are here in this space today and we get the opportunity to give through these devices or however you're giving, we want to make sure that we put forth this energy with love and a high vibration. And I don't think it's an accident that as soon as that happened, 1111 came up on my phone. Alignment. So we're all in divine alignment. So let us rise to our feet. We invite you at home, even if you're at home, stand up, so that you can focus this energy with us. We have, over the last 9 years and some change, in 3 months, August, September, October, November, 3 months, 10 years, continue to tweak every aspect of infinity, to modernize with science and ancient wisdom things that work. So we do know that words are powerful. So as you speak into your giving today and your offering today, you are aligning what's in your heart with what's in your mind and spirit and what's in your wallet and your bank account as well. And we ain't scared of none of that. So as we do this, we scientifically speak these words together, and we do it in a focused and joyful way. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release it. From a space of good, we say together, oh, limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess. You have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you with my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Everybody say, everything is good.
Everything is good.
Everything is good.
Everything is good.
I got it.
I got it.
Turn to somebody and say, you got it.
You got it.
Say, we got it good.
We got it good.
If you like to give in person, giving envelopes are in the back. You can bring them and put them into the action basket down front. You can also give online, and we also give you an early reminder. During this time, there is a form, a jot form that you fill out for your standing ovation. So if you got something we can celebrate online, click the link in the chat, or go to the scan box in the back on the corner, take a picture, and fill out your standing ovation online for us during the giving period. Come on, let's get this song going. We got it. Everybody, let's give.
Ooh, everything is good. Everything is good, yeah. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, yeah, hey. Everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Oh, everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Come on and clap, y'all. Hey, yeah, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good, and I've got it. Woo! I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. Hey, I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it good.
Maybe seated. In a space today, Tyron, I saw a little message in the chat. Somebody said, he plays beautifully. I love it. I'll find it in a minute as they move. And he said, thank you. He said, thank you. And we'll say thank you throughout when you hear the messages coming through the keyboard. We're in that space. It's time for us to welcome our first-time visitors. We do remind you that after our visitors welcome, we do take a brief coffee break. You get some coffee or some tea in the lobby. And make sure that you say hello to somebody and then briefly come back in for some announcements and then prep for the download today. We also want you to know that the sign in the back that has the QR code is for standing ovations. If you're watching online as well, fill out that form so that we can announce what's good in your life this week. We want to make sure that we get that in. If you missed that little window, we'll have to announce it next Sunday. So I want to say good morning again, Infinity. For those I hadn't met personally, I'm Jeff Obafemi Carr, also known as Rev Jeff in the space. And this is where we get to welcome you to the place where people make the quantum leap from just harsh religious doctrine into profound and expansive spirituality. We call it the Infinity Fellowship. We'd like for you, if you can, to scan the QR code here. If you're watching online or you're a first timer, just say first time in the chat. People will love on you. If you're here in the place, go ahead and scan that code there. I believe it's also the same code that's on the screen to my right and to your left, so that we can send you a note and say hello, and then send you a gift as well. We'd love to welcome you into the space. If you're a very first-time visitor in this space, which means even in this particular room of this space, because some folks have been here before, but they've been here when we were like in the little room outside and we didn't have it. So if it's your first time, would you just stand briefly? You don't have to say anything, just kind of stand so we can see you if you're in the space there. Snap. Okay, good. We've got something awesome. Brother Andrew will come and hand a gift to our visitor. We've got something courtesy of Sister Angela Mitchell, and grab one of those. Oh, one out of there. Yeah, you, not the whole bag. Yeah, we do abundance, but you know, you're right. We do abundance, but but we do want to welcome you, and courtesy of NASA's Nails and Sister Angela Mitchell, she always gives us something awesome to give to people, so it's a wonderful gift. We like to let you know, if you're a first timer, that we don't see you as a human being who came to have a spiritual experience. We know that's going to happen, but we see you as a spirit navigating a human experience just like the rest of us. We're glad you're here, and we also like to send a special welcome to you because we say this out loud. So everybody just turn in this direction on this side toward our first timer. And if you're sitting next to somebody who might need this love too, we want you to send this into their existence as well. And of course, first timers, or even if you didn't stand and you're feeling the energy, you can say it back or you can just receive it. But everybody here is going to look you in your eyes and tell you who you really are. Take a deep breath and exhale. Y'all repeat after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You're a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me. Where I can let you know, if nobody else will, that you're not alone. I'm with you. We're with you. And you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You're so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? All right? I know the real you. And I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. I know you're shining today. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. All right, give everybody a fist bump high five as we take a brief break for some coffee. Get the groove on. Make yourself at home. Somebody said coffee was like ringing the bell on the Ponderosa. Everybody, hey. If you're at home, we're going to be talking to you in the office in just a minute. So stay with us. Hey everybody, it's good to see you. This is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to kind of talk with everybody as we come into the space. This is wonderful. We have an opportunity to say hello. We have an opportunity to just talk to you for a brief minute and just say hey to my infinite life streamers. How y'all doing in here? I see y'all in here. Sister Michelle, good to see you on here. We want you to share everything with us in terms of our infinite life stream. I'm going to move my cord out of the way here, y'all, and then I'm going to right here. You got that? Can you get that? Okay, good. We're going to take that off now so that you can see. If you've got a standing ovation, you can share that with us in the space today. So as you're sharing that in the space today, I wanted to say hello just to everybody. What's happening, Tyrell? I see you in the space up there, brother. I see everybody who's over there. Brother Sadler, it's great to see you in the space today. You and Connie. Sister Michelle, how you doing? Good to see you. Tyrell said, Tehran actually said, thank you so much. Good to see you, Sister Destiny. Good to see you and Chriswell. Good to see you, Iris. Good to see you, Keita. Good to see you, Shauna, my niece. Good to see you, Mensa. Good to have you in the place. Good to see you, Christy, in the space today. Good to see you, Sister Daphne, all of the Taylor family. We just want to say thank you for joining us, and thank you for being a part of the Infinity Fellowship, and thank you for always pouring into the space. We know that this space is an independent, interspiritual community, so your support means the world to us. We do not take that lightly. As we are approaching 10 years, we want you, if you are a member, to check your band app, turn on your notifications, because we're going to call on you to be a part of the committees that we're going to need to pull off this 10th anniversary. If you can, plan for the first Sunday, definitely in October. That is going to be our homecoming and 10th anniversary. So if you've been waiting to experience the energy of infinity, go ahead and mark your calendar to be prepared to do so. The first Sunday in October. 10 years. October 4th, 2014 is when we had our very first service in Actors Bridge Studio in Charlotte Avenue. And since then, we've grown to become a global spiritual community, and we're still here, y'all. We're still here. So we appreciate y'all being here. If you can make the journey, we would love to have you in the space. Of course, for those of you who have been a part of an initiative that's been going for a little bit over a year in our band application called Love and Light, we send shout outs to the Lensleys and to everybody who gathers in the space and makes time on Wednesday night to just be a part of a conversation of support that goes on Wednesday nights. It's a beautiful, beautiful space. I love to be in it too, but sometimes I can't always jump in it because then I get to teach and all of that. And it's just great to have a discussion around the principles that we talked about today. This week's Love and Light is going to be off the chain, not only because Love and Light in general is off the chain, but because today launches our New Prophets series. We're going to be asking a very important question: who shall lead? It's going to be centered around the theme, the future is now. Kind of daunting, isn't it? Maybe a little bit. I encourage you, if you're a first timer, to go ahead and click the link, scroll up and click the link for your first time welcome form, and to go ahead and hit that so that you can get a little bit of information. Of course, if you got your standing ovation, share that standing ovation with us as well so we can get that into the hopper for announcements that are coming up in just a couple of minutes. And other than that, I'm excited to get back to service. I'm excited to experience with you the spiritual download that we have for you today. And we welcome you to infinity. We welcome you home. This is Rev Jeff, one-to-one, right from my office space. I'm loving you guys, and that's a fact you cannot change. Thanks for being a part of Sunday service today. When this is over, share the link, hit the retweet, tag somebody on Facebook, tag somebody on YouTube, hit the like and the subscribe button. Let's generate some power around this powerful download that's coming your way. Peace and power. See you in a minute. Okay, we're back for a couple of announcements as people are coming back in. Again, those of you who are new online, we welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship right here in Nashville, Tennessee. This is the space that is here for you. Spaces is for the people who are spiritual, not necessarily religious, but need community. That's what Infinity is all about. We invite you to share the replay today, to go ahead and share with the world that which is feeding you. And we want to say thank you for joining us today. Again, in preparation for standing ovations, a 1-minute warning to get it in. Standing ovation is an accomplishment you've made that we can shout you out for. Let us know what you've birthed into the world. On the screen, you'll see in a moment that we have our format for the rest of this year. We have our first Sunday gathering in person. Every other Sunday is virtual, but it's a powerful way for us to reinforce our theme. We want to welcome you to the 8th month of 2024, the year of divine reciprocity. Y'all, we are into the 8th month. It seems like it was just talking about halfway through, and now we're tipping over into the 4th quarter. And that means that in this year of divine reciprocity, we recognize reciprocity as the definition: equal exchange or interchange. The law of attraction teaches us that what we put into the universe is attracted to us. So we're excited to invite you to continually speak our daily mantra for the year. It is on the bottom of the slide that you see on your screen on the corner. And let's say it together. I am that I am. I give, I get, I've got it good. Yes, indeed. Before we get to standing ovations, a few quick reminders. Number one, Sunday services continue on first Sunday like today, where we gather and we have a great time with all of the folks who come from all over the place to be a part. People come from different cities sometimes to come to Infinity, and I absolutely love it that we're still here for people who need. August theme is the new prophets and who shall lead. All right, who shall lead? This is what we're talking about, and we started today. I'm trying not to let it get started right now. I just like holding this thing in like horses at the gate. It's just like Spirit is just wanting to I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm listening. But today's message is the future is now. Next Sunday, the question is one that's been asked in pop culture before. Is this the end? I knew it was coming. Mama always told me it was going to happen, but she never told me when. We're going to talk about that, though, next week. We're going to ask that question. Third Sunday, which is If Teaches, is the art of conscious cooperation. We're going to be studying the principle of conscious cooperation. This is religious science, science of mind, law of attraction. We're going to be talking about how you can consciously cooperate with the prophecy that you want to see manifest in your life. Fourth Sunday, Yoga Sunday, is also a part because it's going to be part of self-fulfilling healing. You have the opportunity to heal your body if you get on that mat, and we're going to do it just like that. So we got a great month ahead of going into the space. Speaking of who shall lead, it is time to finish mobilizing for our 10th anniversary. So we have some sign-up sheets in the lobby. I'm going to ask Lady Kanitha to come over because she's going to bring her microphone. And as I say every Sunday, doesn't she look awesome?
Thank you.
I say that more than on Sundays.
I'm trying to be cute for you, but okay.
Thank you. I'm on camera. And I promise to be my authentic self. So, traumatize the children that may be watching.
Okay, so
every time we repost YouTube, I say, yes, it's for children. I don't want to lie.
Sign-up sheets are out there. So, y'all, we want to start getting everybody involved. So, like I was saying, I mentioned the Voices of Infinity. There's a sheet for that. There's also for hospitality, I think for tech, for maintenance, all of those types of things. So go ahead and sign up on these sheets. Of course, we'll do like we always do. We'll meet everybody everybody, get everyone together, but we're trying to get prepped and ready for our 10-year anniversary. We got something in the hopper that's going to be amazing. But outside of that, we're a community, y'all. And so we know that we can only operate we can't operate well unless we have everybody a part of this process. So sign up later if you just see the sheet, look around, and then be like, okay, and I promise it won't take a lot of your time. I promise it won't be a whole big thing that you have to do, but make sure that you sign up on those sheets out there.
Yeah, and we promise it won't be a lot of your time. However, we promise that you should take the time to do it, right? Because we don't want to do things that are spiritually related as a convenience. We don't want to do it when it's just okay to do it as a hobby. We really, even if you just pick one thing to do, pick and commit to it, because that's how community grows. We're here because people were conscious, you know, and I didn't want anybody who was laying the drywall around these walls to say, well, you know, I'm just going to do this in my spare time and just put half the screws in, right? Because then we're going to have some problems. So we want to go forward and invite you in the space to do something awesome, okay? Let's do something awesome, because 10-year anniversary, we really want to. Institutions are opening and closing. Trust me, there's a church that pretty much closed that's down the block from where we live off Thompson Lane, and they have closed. They closed right during COVID. And since they closed, they were part of a Southern Baptist denomination, and of course, 4,500 churches have closed in the last 2 years. And that's just denominational churches. That's not counting the expanded churches there. But 4,500 have closed to date in just the evangelical space. But what we've seen is since then, since that church closed in COVID in just the last 2 years, there have been 3 different churches that started in that space that rented and started and closed. So let me say this, for an unorthodox spiritual community like us to get to 10 years and still be here and growing, that says something. So that says that everybody here is a conscious part of lifting that boat. So we appreciate you and we love you for that. And we say now that it is time for standing ovations.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation.
Yes.
Yes, our high energy here at IF comes from our practice of snap. It's why we snap our fingers during this part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys. That's spirituality. We fellowship with like-minded spirits every week. That's nurturing. We take what we learn and apply it in our lives. That's action. And if we do these, then every week we see examples of progress in our lives. And that's the proof. So let us pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. When your name is called, this is what happens. Please stand as I read aloud each manifestation, and even for our babies downstairs. When I finish each person's ovation, we will all snap our fingers to celebrate and affirm them, and then provide a collective standing ovation at the end.
All right, let's rock. First standing ovation is for Sister Candace Robinson. Snap, 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 snap. She's standing somewhere else right now.
Yes.
Right, everybody look.
Hi, Candace.
Which she clarifies in her standing ovation. She says, I'm not in the physical space yet. Hope to join you before fellowship is over, because I am en route to be a guest on Cumulus 99.7 FM with Jennifer Sheets. The episode will be recorded for an upcoming podcast entitled Master the Workforce, where we will discuss the intricacies of entrepreneurship and women-owned businesses. This literally came together yesterday. God's timing isn't ours. Much love and trust the process. Yes. All of those snaps coming in here.
Yes.
Next ovation, the person is in person. Brother Tony, stand on up, Tony. We're going to snap for you in the back.
The hair. Yes, the hair.
Tony, the man with the hair.
Yes.
He's showing you.
Everybody in it.
And yes, don't ask to touch it. Don't ask to touch it. We don't respect that hair. Don't ask to touch it. Last Sunday, I received a big compensation from a multitude of fashion brands due to the success of the wedding lookbook. Woo!
Yes, wedding
I love it.
lookbook.
Do a lookbook. I know that's right. I didn't know that happened like that. I'm
Yes.
missing out.
I know.
I know. Star, say it's never too late. All right, we can stage something. We can do something. Star Malone. Come on, stand up, Sister Star. Snap, 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 snap. I wanted to share a standing ovation for Cassidy Malone, which of course is a standing ovation for Mama. Hey, Cassidy downstairs. She turned 10 years old on 7/30
Oh, 10. Oh, my goodness.
and officially entered her double digits. That would make sense because she was a baby and we're 10. Cassidy's right along with us. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to
ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Cassidy.
Hey. All right, Sister Denise knows who is present. Come on, Sister Denise, stand on up.
The hair's getting longer and longer and longer.
I know, she's, man, everybody's got a hair thing going. Spare some with a brother, spare some with a brother. Celebrated the gift of life having 52 rotations around the sun this past Monday. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to
ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Denise.
Woo!
Leo
But
season.
Leo, it is. It is Leo season. I will tell y'all that. Watch out for yourselves.
Yes. I know.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. What the things you used to say is Leo
Hide your
season.
kids, hide your wife.
Ter-
Kids, hide your wife.
little pop culture reference there. Terrence Brown, stand on up, Terrence.
Terrence.
I'm blessed to report that after successfully selling our home in Murfreesboro, we are in transition and living in Nashville. Also, after trusting in God, we have been tithing regularly and are experiencing a space of abundance like neither of us have ever experienced before in both finances and in love. Ask and it shall be given.
Yes.
Telling you. I'm telling you, it works. That's all we know is it works. Sister Kavea Stevens is downstairs. Kavea. Last month, I found out that I achieved my goal of ending my sophomore year with all A's.
Yes. You smart, girl. She is so.
I'm just going to sit down. Y'all saying we're going to go home. I don't listen to so much good stuff. This year, I'm challenging myself by taking all honors classes and my first advanced placement classes. Wish me luck.
Yes. You got it, Kavea.
We're going to go beyond that,
You
baby.
got
We're going
it.
to speak victory.
Yes.
Because you
Supposed
are
to be
a
in
star.
honors,
You
yes.
you supposed to be. It's exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yes.
And we're speaking and proclaiming it. Starting on Tuesday. Lord have mercy. All A's. Come on.
Sophomore. Jesus.
And we've got Andrew McFadden Ketchum. Stand on up, Andrew.
Andrew.
Karen successfully flew with Celiuna and Otis to Alaska for a Inuit family funeral. Karen has always prioritized our children's opportunities to experience and become closer with the tribe, despite the difficulties of being disabled and flying halfway across the world to make it happen.
Yes. Go, Karen.
Man, what a ritual, brother. We sending Karen, we sending love to you and the family, baby. We know you're doing that. All right, we've got Joanna and Grand. Joanna and Grand.
Downstairs.
We will be attending a new school this year.
I know that's right. They're excited.
And we have young Ryland, our superstar. I will be going into 3rd grade this year.
Oh. Go, Riley.
Oh, we love it. That's what
I
we've got online,
know.
y'all. That's what we've got in, and that's what we got in the space. So what do we do,
Excellent.
Mama?
All right, so if you shared, you're going to have plenty of seats while the rest of us are going to stand to our feet and give a thunderous standing ovation. Here we go.
All right, I'm gonna give a brief stand ovation. We're gonna do something later when we have Alvin around. We're gonna bring Alvin in, and we're gonna do something special before the voices. Though I want you, before you turn the lights down, Tone, I appreciate everybody listening to the word and just loving on that baby from afar. But we all know the journey that it took for Nandi to get here, and for this family to birth this beautiful baby. So we just want y'all to just turn your hands toward that baby and toward Mama Lakeisha. And we just want to say, for the first time in this physical space outside of the womb, that Nandi is here with us. And we just want to send light in her direction. And as the kids said downstairs, that's the cutest baby I've ever seen. But we know what it took, and we know she is calm because she is here. She has been here before, and she's here to bring us a blessing. And so we speak a welcome, and we're going to say it out loud. Say, welcome, Nandi.
Welcome, Nandi.
We're so glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
We got you, Mama and Daddy.
We got you, Mama and Daddy.
Bless you forever.
Bless you forever.
We love you.
We love you.
And so it is.
And so it is.
All right, we're going to get y'all. We're going to get y'all the official thing otherwise, which we're going to celebrate it. So y'all give it a, yeah, y'all give a round of applause for that. Yeah, I got to put my mindset somewhere else because y'all, come on, baby. So we're grateful. We know what it takes. We know what it takes. So y'all ladies, the Voices of Infinity are going to come with us to prep us for this morning's download. And so it is.
So it's two songs, and yeah. When that person walks through the door, I think that'll be something special when that moment comes. But there were two songs that were on my spirit, and so y'all just go with me. But I had to hold both of them and give space to them both. I always want to honor spirit and receive places that it is speaking, because I know that as it's ministering to me, I'm sure it's probably ministering to somebody else, right? So we'll start with this one, Give Thanks, and it's by India already. I don't know what I was, yeah. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. Give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give thanks now. Selah, 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 for all that is. Ashe, 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 for all that is. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise now. Ooh. So that's the place of giving thanks in the midst of, right? We start our day with gratitude. No matter what you're going through, you want to start your day with gratitude, because what it'll do, it'll center you. And it'll remind you of your pure connection with Source, God. Before you go through the day, you give thanks. You find something to give thanks about. It's an intimate place. And so here's another song. My mom, she loved this, Richard Smallwood. But I heard this. It's what I heard first before give thanks. Spirit, you're the center of my joy. All that's good and perfect comes from you. You're the heart of my contentment, hope for all I do. Spirit, you're the center of my joy. And here's a verse, because this was it for me right here. When I've lost my direction, you're the compass for my way. You're the fire and light when nights are long. Thank you. In sadness, you are the laughter that shatters all my fears. When I'm all alone, your hand is there to hold. Spirit, you're the center of my joy. All that's good and perfect comes from you. You're the heart of my contentment. You're the heart of my contentment, hope for all I do. Oh, I said, Spirit, Spirit, you are the center of my joy, Spirit. I said, Spirit, you are the center of my joy, Spirit. You are the center of my joy. When I am lost, you help me find my way. When I am lonely, you help me find my way. Oh, Spirit, I said you are the center Just a simple reminder, such a simple reminder. You're the center of my joy, not everything else that's around me. You are the center of my joy. I find strength from that center. I find joy from the center. Oh, Spirit, you are the center of my joy. Spirit, you're the center of my joy. Of my joy.
Y'all give it up for the voices of infinity. When I'm lost, feeling blue, you're the center of my joy. When I lost my way, show up right on time. Spirit, you are the center of my joy. Y'all just keep repeating that. I gotta get this message out. Ooh. Everybody bow your head, tune into the space of the God of your acceptance and understanding. Spirit, we acknowledge you in this place today. And we acknowledge the energy that comes directly from you. We acknowledge the energy that comes through our observation of the forces of nature moving around us, through the stories of our ancestors, through the hearing that we have in this space today, to the tuning in, to the voices of our children, through the rustling in the leaves and the moving of the waters. We recognize that in this centering, our hearts are now open. Our hearts are now open for healing. Our hearts are now open for new perspective and gratitude, and that attitude is what covers us right now. And so we acknowledge your divine presence, your divine grace, and your ability to move us from a place of stillness to a space of action. We speak that something is said or shared in this moment that reminds us that everything is working for our good. So it is spoken, so it is received, so it is, so it is. Amen and Ashe. Y'all give some love to the voices as they make way for us and lay the Kanitha heads down to our place. Thank you, Brother Tehran. I'm bringing you back up when we pray in a minute. My. I think about this little space over here to my left, to your right, that going back to Actors Bridge and going back to Cone Adult Learning and going back from there even to Coleman Park. And it seemed to be that her energy would be in that same space. But some of y'all remember Queen Mother Bernice Brunson. She was a retired educator, but Mother Brunson lived almost 104 years old. And one of the greatest honors of my life was being able to go by and see her with Brother Boyce, who was there, who brought her home to her house. And she said, let the community come out and bid me farewell. And you got to line up for a week and go by her house and say everything that you needed to say to her. And she would just give you a blessing from there in her transition bed. And I was pleased to publish as a company her first book almost 20 years ago when she wrote poetry. She was an educator. She taught me about swimming. She was in her 90s swimming half a mile every morning in the swimming pool. And I mean front stroking, back stroking, all of that. I think about the Olympic Games that are going on right now, and I was marveling at how this little elderly lady would stay in such good shape. And she said, well, back before it was a competitive sport, I was a part of a synchronized swimming team. Back in the 40s. My goodness, right? That's when you saw that in the Hollywood movies, where everybody's got that smile and everybody's doing this, you know. Yeah, they got the little swim caps, and I don't know how their makeup stayed perfect, but it works. But I think about that now because Spirit said, pull something from what Mother Brunson said if you're talking about being prophets in this age. And so today's meditation comes from a book that Queen Mother Brunson wrote years ago called The Day a Day Changed History. It's perspective. You'll want to go back and freeze frame this one because it's got some energy in it. And you'll want to reflect on it. It's actually a poem. Mother Brunson wrote, don't miss the point. Now listen well. Each ancestor has a story to tell. And when it's repeated, some words are lost. Some expressions diluted. Some meanings disputed. But not the feelings if you were there. If you were there, sitting at their feet next to their chair, staring into their eyes, spellbound by the sound of their voice, their choice of words. To capture the essence of warmth and love inspired from above, from out of the past, their spirit will soar and last. Then a family of many, when scattered abroad, will remember the meaning as it was heard. Despite the word, don't miss the point. You sit in that chair and them at your feet. And when you do in what you say, they will be destined to repeat. As Mother Brunson would tell me when she would see me all over the place doing things, she would lay a hand on my chest and look in my eyes and say, breathe. So everybody just breathe. And exhale. Turn to somebody and say, the future is now. If I gave you an opportunity to go to the past or the future, I gave you the gift of time travel, I ask people, where would you go? Would you go to the past or would you go to the future? And most of the time when you get to be little, when you ask little people where they want to go to the future. Y'all remember when you were little, you couldn't wait to get to the future. When I was coming up, they had the Jetsons, you know, and they had the little moving sidewalks. They had the little robot. They had the flying cars. Everything was futuristic. And, you know, when you're driving a 2.5 wheel, big wheel that you got from the Goodwill store where that thing is barely flipping, you want a sidewalk that's moving. You want a car that's flying. So you're thinking about the future because you may not be satisfied with your present right now. And one of the stories that I love that I got to know in the 70s, it actually was after it was out of active broadcast, was Star Trek. If everybody knows, I am a Star Trek person. I love Star Trek. I am probably what they would consider a Trekker. A Star Trekker. Not to be confused with Star Wars. Y'all don't put that in there. I love Star Wars too. But I was a Trekker. Live long and prosper. Perhaps it was because my left eyebrow was always pointed, so I surmised that I was half Vulcan and half human. But Mr. Spock was my guy, and everything that was in Star Trek was something that made sense. Because when somebody puts their hands up like that, and I learned to do as a child, they would say, peace and long life. That's a blessing that is spoken to someone, and the response is, live long and prosper. And there was something about that resonated. It didn't resonate until I became a Trekkie. It didn't take me to that point because the difference between a Trekker and a Trekkie is I'm not putting on a Klingon costume and going to convention. I'm not going to be calling people patak. Well, those are for the Trekkies. I love the Trekkies. They keep the energy alive. But here it is. You know, it was very futuristic as a young person because there were things that I thought I would never see that happened in the Star Trek universe. I mean, it was powerful. I could go and get my Bluetooth speaker because I have a 1962 issue of the actual recorder that's a Bluetooth speaker. And sometimes I fancy myself at events walking around and my phone rings and I click it open like Captain Kirk and I can press the button and I can talk into my communicator. Perhaps, yes, I am a little bit of a Trekkie in that regard, I admit. But because of that, I was like, wow, you got a device that you can flip open and communicate with people. I was like, that was mind blowing. You could talk to a screen and actually see somebody talking back to you. That was unheard of. That was amazing. You actually, instead of the little round tube in black and white that was in my bedroom on the bottom with the TV that was on the top that didn't have a picture, but the sound worked on that one. So you watch the picture on one TV and the sound on another. I couldn't imagine that they would actually, Drew, one day have a screen that was giant and flat. They had flat screens and they could send messages. And we were future thinking in the future. And as a young person, the future seems bright. But because of the ability of Roddenberry and other people in those times to conceive the future, does art imitate life or does life imitate art? We got flip phones. We got FaceTime and Skype. We got giant flat screens. All of that was in someone's mind before it made its way to modern technology. And so then you reach a point where you live a little bit and society starts telling you about what you have to do for a living. And society starts telling you about who you're supposed to be. And you somehow stop thinking about the future, stop thinking about playing, and you start thinking about the past. If I could turn back the hands of time. Right? We start thinking like that. DJ, you ain't thinking like that yet. But when we get to the past, because there are things that we regret. And we wish we could do over again when we're in a bad space. And we say, if I could go back in time, what would I say to my younger self? And a lot of times you start saying, invest in that little company called Apple. Buy some stocks in that thing called Google. Marry that girl. Don't marry that girl. Look past those thick glasses in middle school and just stay with that person the whole time and treat them nice then. Don't be mean to them. We come up with all kind of scenarios, but you know, I think about that as we are moving into a space of the right now, and I present to you all, for some of my younger people, this is a telephone. I know. This is this actually works. This used to be in my house. It's a telephone. And DJ, do you know how to use it? Okay, DJ's, what's that, 16, 17? 16. DJ's 16, and he knows how to use a rotary dial phone. Y'all give him a round of applause. It took me 5, 10, 15 minutes to teach my kids how to use a rotary dial phone. There was a time that we used to use these phones and you used to have to push your finger into the hole, turn it 1/4 turn and let it go, right? Then we got the push button. But how many people remember the push button phones when they came out? How many remember the dial back phone, these dial phones if you ever use it? How many remember a time, raise your hand, if you used a rotary dial phone and you didn't have call waiting and your friends had, right, if they got y'all remember the busy signal? Right, the busy signal. It's not a truck backing up now, but it's similar. All right, how many people have ever used smoke signals to communicate across miles? How many have ever written a note on a small piece of paper and attached it to a carrier pigeon. See, I knew I was going to lose you then. Everybody started saying, well, I've written a note, but you hadn't depended on writing and putting it on the leg of a bird and sending the bird across 50 or 100 miles, hoping that an eagle don't get it so that you can invite grandmama to your birthday party. How many have ever beaten a drum in a space to communicate something from miles away, or lit a torch on a 50-foot tower so that somebody miles away could see that too? Terrence has in Game of Thrones. Oh, in boot camp, military does it, right? But if you think about this, at the stage they were in, everything was effective for that era. And people were doing the best they could based on information they had at the time. But we're living in a modern society. What choices will we make right now? Because the future that we desire is existing in our minds and our hearts in this very moment. So for those who are finding themselves thinking about what they would do if they had an opportunity to go back to the past, just like if I told you to make a phone call, you would not be saying, if someone is in trouble, Rev Jeff, could you go unplug the Ethernet, unplug the cable, plug in this phone for me so I can make this phone call? No, you would pull out your device and you probably wouldn't even dial the number, would you? You'd hit the speed dial. You'd hit the name and it calls, because you recognize that it would be more effective to do it in the modern way because you've been given a practical tool. And so science teaches us a few things. Number one, no matter how much you want to, you can't go back into the past. Physicist Stephen Hawking says that if time travel were possible, we would know it because someone would have already come by this time from the future. And although I'm from the future, which you cannot prove or disprove, and I see where society is going, and I'm here in this era right now to teach us this, I will say very clearly, you cannot travel into the past. Even when we have powerful telescopes that see light, that reveal the nature of the universe and our galaxy, we are only watching remnants of what passed before. The pulsar, the exploding stars that took place billions of years ago, we know it happened because we are seeing remnants. So we can't go back to the past and make those stars be fixed. They've lived their lives and it's over. When we're living our spiritual life, no matter what we did or what we came from, we can't go back and retrieve that. But there's good news today. The good news is we can go to the future. Turn to somebody and say, you can go to the future. This is the secret. Count down 3, 2, 1 for me. I'm going to turn the light on. 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. One more time. 3, 2, 1. The speed of light. I flipped the switch and the light came on, didn't it? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Because the speed of light, although it is 186,000 miles per second, there is a lag from when I turn the switch on to when the light actually comes on to when your eyes are able to perceive it. So technically, I threw the switch in the past, but you perceived it to be in the right now. Because that's how long it took. It was a nanosecond to you, 186,000 miles in a second. You can't judge it with the naked eye. But we do know that if you can go faster than the speed of light, theoretically, you can travel to the future. Hence Einstein's theory of relativity. Gravity bends time and space. But it also affects time in a powerful way. Classic experiment. They took an airplane. They put a clock that was synchronized with the clock on the ground. They put it on the airplane and flew it around the world. When the airplane landed, the clock on the airplane was slightly ahead of the clock that was on the ground. Because when you are operating at an elevated space, time moves faster for you than when you're on the ground, even though you're in orbit. Turn to somebody and say, that's the message. See, when you allow yourself to be elevated, those people that you left on the ground, they're going to stay there. But you're going to be acting ahead, thinking of the future in mind. If you don't know this, test your GPS on your phone when you're driving home today, because your phone is connected to a satellite network, and that satellite network is operating and living in the future. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this, and then I'm going to sit down, because this is a message that y'all going to have to think about this week. Because you're going to have to ask the question where you are. Your spiritual GPS needs to know where it is right now, but your spiritual GPS has to trust that when you're connected to your higher power, that the higher power is looking out for you even when you feel lost.
Oh my God.
That GPS satellite, tell you something magnanimous and beautiful about it. It's in the sky right now, in the upper atmosphere. It's 12,500 feet, maybe 12,580. It may be close, but it's 12,500 miles of elevation. 12,500 miles of elevation, traveling at 8,700 miles per hour. Think of how you feel going 100 miles per hour in an open road. 8,700 miles per hour. So guess what? Using that example that I gave you from the airplane and the clock and the ground, that means that 8,700 miles per hour in orbit with Earth, that means that the GPS is traveling in the future. How else can it communicate to you where you need to go? And it appears through the calculations in the computer and the algorithms to operate in real time. But if you don't have the adjustment, it will continue to travel in the future while you stand still. But how do we do this spiritually? Well, we connect to the future that we desire to see by reprogramming the thoughts that we have in our mind. Instead of being fixated on the past that you cannot change, be fixated on the future that you desire for yourself. The world is not standing still. And the airplane, the clock that was on the ground was behind the one that was in the sky. For one reason, it stood still. When you stand still, the future continues and you get stuck in the past. Some of us are stuck in the past in the way we think. We thought that we should have handled a situation better. It wasn't for you to handle, it was for you to learn from. We thought that we should have made a better career choice. That's not for you to meditate on. What you're to meditate on is what choice are you going to make right now for the future that you desire? Because the prophecy that you've been waiting for is living in your heart right now. You are the prophet you've been waiting for. What we've done is we've gotten stuck. Nobody's going to use a smoke signal right now. We've gotten stuck. Nobody is going to put themselves in a space where they're trying to beat a drum over 500 miles. We are stuck in theology. We are stuck in systems that happened 2,000 years ago when people in that present were doing the best they can based on what they had available. You'll laugh at me for trying to get you to use a rotary phone. But then you will utter a prayer from your mouth that came from 2,000 years ago when people were operating in a space where they didn't even know that the world was round yet. You're offering old metal recording disc prayers in a wave file world. Science has taught us in this space today that it is prayers of affirmation and proclamation that adjust our mind to manifest in reality. And there were times when this was used to say, this is what terrible things have happened in my life. We go to God in prayer and we spend 45 minutes telling God how terrible the things are in our lives and 30 seconds saying, please fix it. And we expect that the message will be received. How about we spend the moments in proclamation and saying, here's what I am grateful for. Here's what I learned from my experience, and here is what I want for my life. If you have a limited amount of time, listen, the Oba down there in Olatunji, he had taken over from his father who died young. He had taken over to be chief of that village that carved out in South Carolina. At 47 years old, he was poised to live a long and fruitful life. He didn't guarantee, he couldn't have divined, he couldn't have said, he couldn't have prophesied that his own sister was going to stab him to death. So I say this to you all as we move to this space of understanding that the future is now. That you have within you everything that you need to stop holding your own self back. Life is valuable and life is short. This room, this stream is full of gifted and talented people. The world is waiting for you to move into a space where you will accept your calling. Turn to somebody and say, I accept my calling. Now turn to somebody else and say it like you really mean it. To scribe is to write something down. To ascribe, when we say that, is to attribute something to. To prescribe is to come up with something, to fix and to remedy a situation. To subscribe is to, at a regular interval, put something into your mind. We have scribed, we have transcribed, we have subscribed, we have prescribed, we have ascribed ourselves to old thinking that prevents us from living in the right now. You can live in the right now based on the evidence that you see. How miraculous is it that we can touch a flat screen? How miraculous is it that we can call somebody with a voice command? How miraculous is it that we can meet people in places that we've never been to before without having to fumble through a roadmap that we have to worry about not even knowing our directions in? How miraculous are all these things? And yet, the tragedy is, if we don't make our mark on this generation with what we have, if you study the ancestors and what they did, you have people who were able to put things into the world under unbelievable circumstances. James Weldon Johnson and J. Rosamond Johnson, who gave us Lift Every Voice and Sing. They're writing these books. James Weldon Johnson was writing this wonderful song, Lift Every Voice and Sing, Till Earth and Heaven Ring, ring with the harmony of liberty. Oh my gosh, he was writing that song that was talking about both the past and the future while he was being a scholar, while he was being a lawyer, while he was being a playwright, while he was being a book writer, all while he was being a high school principal during the day. 5 separate whole careers, and yet still found the spark of creativity to say, God of our weary years, God of our silent fears, thou who hast brought us this far on the way. Oh my God. You cannot listen to these words without hearing the story of a people. And if that can happen here now, guess what can happen with you? The future is happening right now. You are in the space where you're being called to release the gift into the world. Stop waiting. See, popping out of y'all's heads right now, there's so many things right now. I feel the resignation now. I feel the energy of saying, I am ready to move forward. Listen. Nobody in here is going to rest on any laurels. If you've gotten good at what you do, keep getting better, because the world needs more of it. You need to lay it on the line and put it out here so that the future looks back at this generation and says, here's what they did. See, I know what Elijah did. I know what Moses did. I know what Jesus did. I know what Harriet Tubman did. I can tell you all that history. And yet, what will be said of us in this generation? That is the key to understanding that the future is now. Because just like we travel ahead with the speed of light, when we put our thoughts into action in a way that is powerful, it moves faster than the speed of light. So live in the future right now. Be who you were born to be. Embrace that gift and recognize that through that gift, you can bring the future into this moment. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Ashe? Ashe. Ashe. Everybody stand to your feet. We're going to put this energy into the atmosphere. because I want you to recognize yourself as who you are, this divine spark. Y'all are not an ostrich. I was seeing an ostrich in this message. And you know, the classic ostrich is, the ostrich will dig a hole in the sand to bury its young, and it'll put his head in the sand. And then when a predator comes, it'll stick the head deeper in the sand because its neck is the color of the sand and it blends in. That's the theory. But we're human beings. We're not ostriches. We don't get to a place where hard times hit us and we put our head deeper into the sand. You see, the sands of time are what we do dig ourselves into sometimes. And the minute we get in a challenging space, we have to be cautious not to dig our heads back into the sand. We do that when we start romanticizing those things that we came through in the past that we thought were good for us then. But because we're romanticizing them, we don't remember why we ain't there no more. There's a reason why we left it. So we're not going to bury our heads in the sands of time, but we're going to live in the right now. And so I ask that you close your eyes, place your hands over your heart. Divine Spirit, we recognize and affirm today in this powerful love vibration that the future that we've been waiting on is right now. If we've buried our heads in the sand of time, if we've tried old forms of communication, if we've tried old ways of doing things and got no result, then we release that right now. We forgive ourselves right now. And we recognize that we are the prophecy. Martin Luther King said, "I have a dream." We are that dream. And so we recognize together in this moment that we are the prophecy, that when our ancestors were going through their hardest of times, when there was a future that they could conceive, where they would be free, where things would be equal, where there would be love, that they saw our faces in their minds. And so we are grateful to be those faces. We're grateful that we are released from the prisons of our minds, that we emerge from those relationships that were destroying us from the inside out, and we are unscathed. We are so grateful in this moment to be a living prophecy for the good. And we're so grateful to stand firmly in the present as we put our gifts into the universe. We know that all things are possible, and we speak and proclaim this to be true. Deep breath. Exhale, let it go. At home and in the space, repeat after me. I am a living prophecy. From the darkest of days, I bring the light. I am a living prophecy. In the mind of my ancestors, in their darkest days, they saw me shining in the future. I am a living prophecy. I have moved from my old spaces. I am a living prophecy. My mind and my heart are clear. I open my heart to spirit. I'm opening shop today. I'm renewing my contract with spirit. No more living in the sands of the past. I'm elevated. I'm flying. I am here for it. The future is now. And so it is. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, release, and know that. Turn to somebody, put your hands in their direction. Look them in the eye. Say, don't be afraid. I got you. Write your vision. Write your story. Make it plain. And go get it. We got this. The future is now. And so it is. Give somebody a high five. Give 3 high fives. Give 3 high fives. We proclaim and seal these things together. It is done and it is so. Amen and Ashe. Everybody all right? You two in that booth? Both of y'all in that booth? Both of y'all in booth. Y'all hear me? You don't have to doubt anymore. There's nothing wrong with you in any way. You hear me? Those things that you thought they were, they're a superpower. You got to practice those things. You got to know those things to be true. You too, it's a gift for a reason, Terrence. That one thing you've been holding, she's got you. No matter what, she's got you. The backbone is strong. He's not going anywhere. And that next level for you, for what you were born to do on this earth, every other space you've been in can't control it. They can't hold it. That's where the discomfort's coming, because you can't fit in the box anymore. And when you break the box, you have a cushion for you. That challenge ain't gonna visit you. That challenge ain't gonna come on 90 even. That's why she came through the challenge. You got what you wanted when you asked for it, and it came quickly. And you don't run from that responsibility. Yours is coming too. Yours is coming. It's coming through you traveling through some low places, but the low places are there so that you can understand and share that with people who are coming after you, Mike. Stop being afraid of the low spaces. Nobody can lock up your heart. Let them think you're strange. Let them make fun of you. Let them call up your past. It doesn't matter. Investment in the back, your investment is giving you the return. What you perceive to be sacrifice, that's what y'all share in that. What you perceive to be sacrifice is not sacrifice, it's seed. And you're going to see it. You already know, because you're talking directly. The people that you're around, Nick, they're looking to you, and it's going to scare you when you realize how much you have influenced people by simply being there. They're not going to say thank you, but you got to be you anyway. There's a leader in you that's waiting to emerge. You've already seen signs of it. Everybody in here got something. Your box is already being broken. It's coming out. Sam, you're exactly who you're supposed to be. It's what makes you a beautiful soul. You stay where you need to and trust that everybody's going to show up when they're supposed to show up to remind you that everything's going to be all right. Even if when they just tell you to breathe. Courtney, you ain't got to work for it no more. Whatever it is, you don't have to work. Don't work, just allow. That new person, it's not accidental. It's not accidental. It confirmed. Whatever came confirmed. You're going to write it down later. Just write it down and flow with it. Carmen, your friends are leaning to you. You already know you're the leader, but they're leaning to you. They're leaning to you in the times when they have to experience what they're experiencing. And it's going to pierce your heart sometimes. But you can't allow that to take you off course. They look to you to be the light that they don't find in themselves. And they hear it when you sing and when you just call them and say, is everything okay? Martin, your heart will be rewarded, brother. You know what it took. People didn't see the struggle you went through, man. They didn't see how many times you had to wake up early and what you had to adjust, what you had to study, and what you had to read. Those circumstances don't matter, man. The future is, this is your time. Angie, your spirit of giving back still on you. There's a level of boldness that is yet to still be awakened. You're one of the boldest people walking the planet, and everybody tells you that. But I know there's something international for you. And it's going to give you the peace that's going to carry you throughout. Teron, there's still the world waiting to hear from you, brother. And everything that you thought you had to pause to make sure everything else was going to be all right for everybody is still here for you. It's going to be beautiful. What you did, Christina, is just a start, baby. It's just a start. And the craziest stuff is the pattern that you're supposed to be in. People are going to accept you. You don't have to change. You don't have to shift. You have to be you. You have to say F them. Because the rest of your life is going to be different from the life that you have up to this point. And different in a better way. Because every gift you have, it would take 5 other people to do, and they all live inside you. And you don't have to hide any of them. Okay. You ain't gonna be alone, Treese. You back there in that hallway, bruh. You know what you put in, and it's okay. Nobody here is ever gonna be alone again. Be that which you want to give. Daniel, you're about to be alone, and you're about to feel it. But you're going to tap into something that's going to show you that you're not, and that's when you're going to cross over into manhood fully. And all your so-called common sense that we say is going to come flowing into you, and you better be ready to accept it because you can't stop it. Get ready to move, y'all. We're not staying at rest. Those of you who are online, it's there. Shauna, know it's okay. The self-care, that's it. Terrell, hire some people. Trust that people can do it, because right now the expansiveness, you're not going to be able to handle it. You'll burn yourself out. Train up people. You don't have to pay them exactly what top scale people would. Pick the people who want to apprentice with you in that space and watch and see what multiplies and scales. Iris, the land deal is going through. Michelle, those kids are protected. Everybody close your eyes, place your hands back on your heart. Never be afraid of the release. At home, never be afraid of the low places. As long as you know it's just a journey and you got people around you who are going to remind you, I'm going to remind you that you didn't just stumble on this. And so we commit in our hearts as we hold them now to walk in light, to release, to let go, and to be the light when we come into others' lives. This joyful love vibration is what carries us through. And we release and we let go. and we do it in love. Amen and ashe. Rub those hands together. Count of three, we're just going to send this joyful light around the room and around in every space that we can. 1, 2, 3. What you put out returns to you. What you put out returns to you. And so it is. All right, y'all get a universal round of applause. We got, man, I promise you, I didn't mean to. Oh my God. Oh man.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Man. Okay. I'll be 57 on Friday. Y'all know I don't make a big deal of birthdays, but I gotta, hold on, let me. Thank you, man, sir. I got practice. I want to break my bracelet. I got a wish. Ooh. And I'm gonna follow my own energy. Got a wish, and I'm gonna do it. All right. We developed that in the Carr house, so it's called the COVID clap. Ain't no more blowing out. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
And y'all, something that's extra hilarious, so we're going to have to take a picture. And so I love at Sam's, there was a lovely lady, Hispanic lady, and she was so lovely. And it's supposed to say Rev Jeff, but it actually is spelled Rev Jeef. J-E-E-F. I was like, who gets cakes like this? Oh my God.
Somebody please take a picture of that one. Y'all.
I said,
Rev
Lord,
Jeef.
who gets these kind of
J-E-E-F.
cakes? I mean, I think that's definitely Big Papa.
It's particular. Yeah, it's got to be. Because y'all know that picture I had with my Father's Day cake that it got discounted. F-A-H-T-E-R.
Yes.
It was Irish. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day now.
And now Reverend Jeep. Okay.
But we do want to celebrate Rev Jeff, and I think we're probably still online. If you all want to, just give him a special whatever, little donation or what that kind of thing, because we do appreciate you, Rev. You pour in every single day, and y'all, when he's not with us in person, he is always thinking about each and every one of y'all, everyone online, his heart, his spirit. Every morning when he wakes up, I see him go into meditation, and he's always taking you all with him in that place. And so we always want to honor those who are pouring into our lives, because they're not going to do it for themselves, most definitely, but also sometimes they don't know the gratitude. So Mama Carr in spirit and Big Papa, I'm just thankful that there was a spirit called Rev Jeff Jeff Obafemi Carr. And we're just thankful for your life. We are thankful how you've been able to pour in. We're thankful that you heard the calling and you went for it. And because of that, all of our dreams are coming true because we've seen somebody blaze that trail for us. And so we know that when we speak something into existence, we know it manifests because that's what you do. And so we love you. We've got gifts for you. TSU, you know, he did the whole the shutdown in TSU. And, you know, I know you have a heart for the school. We've got coffee and teas. And Mansa had a great little present for you because he didn't want you to be hungry. Okay. We've got cards, y'all. If you want to go ahead, the kids did their card. If you want to sign the card, please do. Tony, if you'll put his Cash App, I think it's, what is Rev? What is it? How come I don't know it off hand?
I don't know it off of hand either, so I had
But
to
see, I couldn't do it, the tech stuff, because we surprised him. You got it? Okay. Yeah, we surprised him. Honey, we were bringing these cakes in this morning, hot down in the bottom of the floor. And I mean, we've just gone through, but we just wanted to celebrate you. And so y'all stick around, show some love to Rev. We're going to have some cake and some popcorn. But we are so thankful. And from the youth of Infinity all the way up, all of us are so thankful. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Woo, y'all, yeah, that's it. That's great. And I don't know, look, TSU mugs, I'm seeing all of this. Y'all are awesome. And I want to say thank you to everybody here, everybody online. I always tell people to celebrate, but my wife will tell you I kind of disappear on my own birthday and I kind of hide or whatever. So I have to allow this too. So thank you all so much. And kids, y'all are just the most awesome young people ever. You're all brilliant, you're all smart, you're all talented, you're all beautiful. That's the greatest gift, to see y'all standing in front of me, because we just got through saying that the future is now. And this is it, if you have any doubt. And Mansa, brother, I was thinking about you and some more today, and there's no greater gift than a tray of plastic breakfast food. Got me the french fries. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I got some money? Okay, all right. Oh, I was going to fan it toward my wife, but yeah, we'll do that later. That'd be great. Pay some money. Thank you all. We're going to get some in a minute. All right, everybody, let's grab hands. Grab somebody's hands. We're going to sing on out of here. Oh, man, to everybody, just to people online, thank you so much. I get to show y'all my breakfast here. I got cookies. I got, that's either Swiss cheese or sunglasses. I got heart-shaped waffles. How about that? And I got French fries. Oh, we love it. All right. Yes. So let's, as all hearts and minds are clear, thank you. Find a way to sway left and right, y'all. We want to say a special thanks to everybody who showed in person today. Y'all, we are well on the way. 10th anniversary is off the chain. Don't forget to sign up for something in the lobby. At home, we love you. Don't forget, tag somebody in the chat and tell them something awesome about their future that you want to be their present. We're hanging out afterwards. You all say something good to somebody and be reminded that that good is coming to you. And kids, we love to hear y'all. We love y'all's voices. I'm gonna get Carmen to teach y'all the sign language to peace, peace. It's gonna be beautiful. We used to do that. It's on the screen. Let's sing. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to
look at you and see family. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God's reminding me, God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God's reminding me, God's reminding me to look at you and see family. We speak to the God of your acceptance and understanding, the power of the cosmos and the ancestors. Rest, rule, rock, and abide with us henceforth, now and forevermore. Let us all sing together. Amen, Amen, Hotep Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. We love you guys. Let's hang out and have some fun, and we'll see you next week, same time on the stream. Love y'all.